Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is TiferetEvocatus and I'm Combat Android of House Invicta. We are back today with some Girls Frontline 2. I apologize, I know I was meant to do this yesterday, but certain things came up, so that needs to be taken care of. It was important things, so sometimes these things happen, but everything's alright though, so don't you worry. I'm okay, and everything is, I think it's good. I think it's gonna be good now, so I'm not gonna elaborate, but it's gonna be alright. Nothing like crazy, alright? But hello Mango, and sort of a demon and Derek, welcome back. So we're gonna go ahead and finish the story for, Zhao here. Still not exactly sure what's gonna happen. I mean, so far it seems like all it is we're babysitting some actress in her troupe. She's definitely involved in something that's bigger than just running into like Varjagers in the desert. Varjagers acting weird. Commander's been tasked to investigate them, and Zhao's don't usually see fit because she was hired to spot guide this actress, but now she's getting really emotionally invested into her problems, which is not what she was hired to do, so so there's kind of a clash between her and the commander, and also some concerns of whether or not the Monsoon Squad is gonna leave Delmon and continue doing the thing, or stay. And if they stay, will Zhao stay as well? A lot of stuff going on here. Hello, well, Tsugiku, welcome. You guys are having a good weekend so far, and hopefully you've had a good week. So, let's enjoy this time, right? So I don't think this is gonna take like too long, maybe like an hour or two, and then after that, we'll take a break, and then we'll get to like some gray zone for the rest of the evening. And I think that we may have some people maybe joining. We'll see if that happens. So let's go ahead and check this out, guys. Let's see, second female main character. That's an interesting title. It was all a misunderstanding, but the malice was extraordinarily real. That's ominous. Although there's a slight tension between Zhao and Diane and Zhang Yu, it doesn't affect the assignment, and the show preparations are proceeding apace. The stage is finally completed. By a fourth day in the settlement, the troupe decided to conduct an internal test to show that night. Theme music stops, replaced by enthusiastic applause from the audience. One by one, the cast members take their bows, and the director waves excitedly to the audience from the stage. And that's a wrap. A big thank you to everyone for making this test show of Daybreak's Oath a great success. Following the director's announcement, the cast members gather excitedly into a group hug. As lead actress, Ida is naturally in the center of the group. Ida, you are amazing. I didn't expect the change finale to be so moving. She's like a self-insert in this story, and her playing, which is kind of funny. God, her design's so ugly. Thank you everyone, but I couldn't have done it without you. Be it at the skip revisions or the later performance and joint rehearsals. I'm so grateful to have your support. I have bows from where she's standing in the middle of the crowd. The director comes over and pats her on the shoulder. Come on, Ida. No need to be modest. You all know just how hard you've worked to make this to a success. I'm sure Fair's parents would understand your feelings if they were here. Alright, so I guess Ferris used to be an actress there, and probably parents died down with something. Never mind, we said invitations long ago, but I guess they won't be coming. Or otherwise they wouldn't. Ida sighs quietly and drops the subject. The she instantly wipes her detection away like it had never existed and smiles as she grabs Zhao and Shaggy's hands. That's right, director. I've learned lots of interesting things recently while talking to Monsoon Squad. For instance, Zhang Yu's coming from moves really cool on stage. I was thinking that maybe we could work them into our next production. Wow, really? Yep, I still remember that super cool side chick you showed me. It'd be a perfect for a fight scene. Also, Just as Ida begins to act out, Team Rufus drag you until a dark shadow falls from the sky. Count. Attack. Now pulls Ida away just as a glass bottle filled with plant paint hits the spot where Ida was standing just a moment ago. The paint inside splashes out as the glass shatters to fragments, blooming into inert, savage flower. Before Ida can react, a second and third bottle set into the calcite, and just speed with the hailstones, leaving streaks of paint all over the stage. Well, so much for the play. Hey, someone's causing trouble. Diane, protect the cast and the commander. Join you with me. As Zal's voice remains on the wind as she leaps past the campsite, landing behind a nearby wall. With lightning speed, Zal subdues a suspicious man hiding behind the wall, without giving him any time to respond. On her end, Zhang also grabs someone outside the campsite. Both of them drag them into the center of the campsite. Despite being pinned down, they're still struggling and cursing. Who the hell are you? Let me go. Yeah, you're just a crappy group of actors. What right do you have to grab me? Get it through your thick skulls. Stop going around and doing shows and get lost now before you mess up more people's families. Jeez, what the hell happened? Messing up families? Seamus and harbor criminals. The lead actress Ida or whatever is a murderer. That makes the rest of you guys accomplices too. Oh shit. She murdered someone? Probably like an accident or something. I said shut up. Sal knocks the ranting man out with a knife hand strike. After seeing how his friend was KO'd, the other man shirks away in terror. However, when he sees how Ida's not trying to stop this end, in fact, lowers her head in detection, starts cursing again. As the verbal abuse grows louder, Zal scowls and takes out her knife before pressing it to the man's neck, with a cold look in her eyes. Jeez, she's ready to kill this dude. Hey, let's talk this out, no need to get serious. Alright then, talk. Why are you attacking the troop? We were hired, our client only gave us money and told us to make trouble and mess up the show. And what's all this about a murderer? I don't know either, the client has told us to say that. Ah yes, they've got a grudge with your leading lady. He said she... Before he could finish, Sal knocks him out as well. Oh come on, let's get into the good part. Hey Chopsticks, what's going on? Welcome. As she glances at you, Diane, indicating that they should drag it to and cut and spin away. Then she looks at me, who is standing aside in the distance. I instantly get Sal's meaning and enter the cat before giving the director a meaningful look. Miss Ida looks like she needs some rest. Let's end the rehearsal here tonight. Everyone should turn in early. We'll clean up the rest. Black Eye, hello. After seeing the director nod, the rest of the cast and crew is obliged to disperse. Soon, the only people left in the once bustling campsite are the director, Ida, and the dolls. So, helps Ida to a seat and squeezes her hand. Ida, can you tell us what happened before this? Did you really kill someone? Ida's head still lowered, she remains gloomy and silent. After seeing the state Ida is in, the director shakes her head and sighs. Maybe I should do it. If I'm not wrong, my guess is that the client who hired those people to attack the theater were the parents of Ida's former friend, Ferris. A former friend calls Ferris? Yes, Ferris was a good friend of Ida's and an outstanding young actress. The truth is, she was supposed to be the female lead of Daybreak Song. Back then, Ida and Ferris joined the auditions for the part and they made it through both of them. Ferris was the female lead and Ida was the second female lead. Ferris and I both loved to act. I still remember the day we met each other. Ida, who had been silent all this time, slowly lifts her head. She looks at the stage, but seems more like she's gazing into the depths of her past. That day I joined an impromptu jam competition. Well, I was a rookie back then and nobody paid attention to me. But by the time the competition ended, the girl ran over all of a sudden and praised me for doing a good job. She even pointed out all the little details in my act. We ended up talking for a long time. She told me her name was Ferris, and that she wanted to become a pro actor, just like me. Ida smiled as she recalls the past with Ferris. After that, we became good friends. At that time, we all had we had were bit parts, but nothing matters. My roles as Skip's work it, and we would always rehearse them together, so we could critique and further refine our act. Over time, we slowly became able to play supporting roles, and then we both made it to the auditions for Daybreak South, and began practicing in the Yellow Zone together, looking for cultural inspiration together, going on tour together. Those days were really happy, but I had to stop speaking as though she thought of something, and my smile turns bitter. 3 years ago, when Ferris and I were out in contamination zones together, we were attacked by the Variegas. This PMC assigned to protect us was taken out by the Variegas, and Ferris too. I passed out back then and was mistaken for dead, but a passing bounty deceived me. If one of the cheapest hack nothing over Ceres, we had lost a great actress and a good friend. Dang. A PMC lost to Variegas? That's shitty-ass PMC. Hello, Element. Hello, welcome.
Hi,
And King
honey.
Panzer, hello. After that, everyone in the troop was given as greetings for her, and the lead actress's role for Daybreak Salt sat vacant for a long time. Later on, I remember that Ida and Ferris had acted opposite each other and had her try out for the position. She did well, so we decided to permanently assign it to her. But I didn't expect that my decision would lead to a misunderstanding by Ferris's parents. They thought that Ida had gotten Ferris killed in order to become the lead actress. Okay. That makes sense. They just ran on their grieving, so they had no place to focus their anger and stuff, so they blamed on Ida. Well, Ida and frickin' Ferris are being dumbasses for going out to the Yellow Zone to, do
Hi,
that
honey.
create film inspiration despite the knowing the dangers. Hello, small cat. Hello, welcome, Maton. They did not try to contact Ferris's parents. Oh, we tried, many times. But Ferris's parents thought the troop was in on it, with Ida and kept refusing to talk to us. Ida also tried looking for those Variegas, but they never been easy to find, and the situation was very chaotic back then. With all that time gone by, we couldn't find any evidence at all. 2 years hasn't been 2 years isn't really that long. And that's how the misunderstanding lasted all the way until now. Yes, the truth is, Ida's been working hard to try to erase that misunderstanding. During this tour, Ida convinced me to change the script and its ending as a memorial to Ferris. Frankly speaking, we weren't too happy about the change at first. But Ida went all over to gather inspiration and build the up experience and a scriptwriter before consulting me about it many times. And at the end, the altered script began to take shape. After we finished writing the script, we began preparing for the tour. But if we finalized the show schedule, Ida sent an invitation to Ferris's parents. And you know how that went. If one present got silent as he looked at the glass shards and the red paint scattered everywhere. Is there anything you can do to help? It's really nothing. Stay alert and protect the future shows. That's right, since they've returned to that as goodwill, it definitely won't give up easily. I kind of have a feeling that by the end of this, and Zal will probably end up staying, with this troupe if she doesn't stay with the Monsoon Squad. Or the Monsoon Squad is going to become part of this. There's only 3 ways this is gonna end. Zal's gonna stay with this troupe, Monsoon Squad will join her, or separate. Monsoon Squad goes away by themselves again, way if one stays with Elmo. That's pretty much the only way it's gonna change. That well, the only routes it's gonna end up as. Reagan, hello! How are you doing? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I hope Alex is doing well too. I don't know who this Dink is, but there's a silver in here. Good, it's weekend already. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Man, it's been hot, so hopefully it's not how you're at. Ida smiles bitterly and bows to everyone again. He stood up but besieged and forgave her the old woodshed. Oh, nice! That's very nice of the moth to do that. That's good. An upgrade is always a nice thing. Unless you play all the music cool stuff. I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Ensuring the show takes place successfully is part of the request. You don't have to blame yourself for this, Miss Ida. Zhao helps Ida up and Jiang Yu comes over to help support her by the shoulders. Yep. Nothing's going to happen to the troop with us around. I'm looking at Jiang Yu's hair and I'm thinking, gosh, if she had her hair down, her hair would be like ridiculously long. Washing that stuff would take forever. Springfield and then AA2. I think Springfield's gonna come first, to be honest. Springfield will come first before AA2. AA12. I'll be counting on you all in the future then. It's getting late and I also need to take care of the troops' business. Oh yes, about those two attackers. Leave them to us. Chief Zhao would kill them as you was left to it. Could you send them after all I was? It was because to me that... Relax, we know our limits. Do you now? Some do not. Some dolls do not. Several minutes later, the two hired attackers receive a stern talking to from Zhang Yu and slink off and she to the night. Okay, well it could have gone worse. As I watch them fade away, I can't help but ponder the situation. I feel like she's gonna come later though. Well, I don't know, because they revealed Springfield a long time ago, so they like her design and everything. So they were hired then. No, if they were like the people who tried to ambush Ida earlier, they're probably related to the Varyekas too. Before the two men can flee into the darkness, they call into Groza. Groza, follow them and see where they're headed. It's kinda crazy that a lot of people hate Groza, even though her story hasn't even started yet. You know? They're just mad that their wife is not the true wife in this game. Campground Survival Guide. The best way to ensure the safety of your campsite is to ensure the enemy can't approach you. Alright. I think Groza's fine. The people are jumping the gun too much, because we don't know her story yet. Trying to do reveal on me what? Yeah, Sapo is gonna be here in the game. Out in the wild, the petite doll is freezing through her dead outlets. She places shot after shot with deadly precision, driving away the outlets that is swarming at. I mean, AR-15 is gonna be in the game too. They already had like her model and stuff. I don't know if her design's gonna go undergo any changes, but she's gonna be in the game as well. Oh, it's Faye! Dude, that axe looks huge. The axe she has stiff has godly gun digger. Well, wait, a CZ-75s. This looks good now. She looked like super bratty before, but now she looks a lot more mature. Dude, red-haired dolls are like rare, man. Dead corpses in the air are piled high like some sandbags. Her gun is starting to heat up, but Faye shows no signs of stopping. Instead, she begins counting the bodies on the ground. Oh, this music though. Alright. Dude, this is nice. Dude, whoever did the music for this game, I know they have like several different artists, but yeah. That's the cool thing about gacha games, that a lot of the music that they have a lot of bangers, you know? Here. 7, 8, 9, 14. Still not enough. Again, oh shit, like that. Alright, he has a cool pissed off face. His pissed off face is really nice. Alright, I didn't really care for him, for this character in the first game. That, well, then again, she never really got any, like, screen time either. We never really got to, see what she's like as a character. And, her new design looks good. Dude, and her expression looks good too. Dude, that's intense. He scowls, then leaps up the slope of Ellet Pal. Another Ellet lunges at her as her gun is moving between targets. Faye whirls and throws a tomahawk, which cleaves deeply into the creature's throat. Bill. Awesome. Another body hits the floor, the impact shatters the collapse crystals in the corpse. The fragments light up Faye's feet. Because AR-15 is the type of law that doesn't want it killed, but also does and conflicts itself by being pacifist. Well, it's been 10 years, so who knows what's gonna happen. Who knows how much anyone's changed. A lot of dolls have changed, so... I know a lot of people, hate Rosa because her personality is kind of bland and very calm. But people also forget that her new plot is incomplete. She's, missing a lot of stuff. Faye quickly bends down and picks up the chunks, wipes off the icky stuff on them, then shoves them in her pockets. That's what you get for trying to ambush me. Elijah's a badass. Soon the gathered Ellets have all been dealt with. Faye picks up the last collapse crystal piece and pats her bulging pockets. That should be enough, right? I ought to be able to get a present with these. Where is it? According to the art of human interaction, presenting a gift after meeting an old friend following a long separation is a sign of your sincerity. Yes, that's correct. So does this mean I should collect more crystals? I still have enough time to kill more of these Ellets. Plus, the pieces will get worn down in processing. It'll be bad if I don't have enough. Faye looks up and gazes into the distance. A wisp of smoke curls into the air. It seems there's another Ellet pack up ahead. She mounts up on a motorbike and whirs over to the source of the smoke. Damn, she is hunty. However, as she approaches the smoke, Faye gradually realizes something is wrong. Wait, those aren't Ellets. It's Jaegers. The source of the smoke lies just over 100 meters away, but it isn't being created by Ellets. Rather, it comes from where they bought aside Jaeger vehicles. They seem to have found something, and several converted junkers are pouring fire on a small hill. The Jaegers again. Did they spread all the way over here? Dash you mad, dude. Faye ups and the output of her visual modules and tries to see who the Jaeger's target is. Gilliovers can only make out several distinct shapes amidst boiling clouds of dust. Could it be stranded travelers? Or residents from a nearby settlement? Who cares? Those Jaegers are all assholes anyways. I'll just shoot first and ask questions later. I'm like her attitude. Which means she really has nothing to gain from doing this. He just has all the risk, but she's gonna do it anyway. Faye revs the motorbike and rides into the heart of the cloud dust. Hey, over here! Yeah, she has no benefit from this. Well, my girls are gonna kill him. Okay, we'll have 416 just ride into the sunset. Yeah, we'll just have her chilling one over here. Her bike is still busted. There we go. Let's go again. Dude, she's so wet then. Everyone's so far away. Can she kill from cold from? Yeah, I can. Wait. Can you reach with your grenade? If you can, what do you get one? maybe Soma could reach. No. Damn, let's hope we hit sweep. Okay, let's go. Knock him out. Hello, Mistress Nightfall. How you doing? How you doing? Water time? Okay, thank you. Everyone get some water, please. Bin. Delicious, delicious. In. Do check out this lovely lady sometimes, guys. Very fun, very nice voice, and also likes to play love shooters too. But you're okay. Well, dead alive is still fine. To face surprise, the people surrounded on the hill are actually pretty good fighters, and work well with Faye. Soon a Jaeger's convoy of modified vehicles is driven off. Faye brings her motorbike to a halt and runs up the hill, waving to the people behind the smoke dust. You guys alright? We're good, thanks for your help just now. That surprise attack you were was most impressive. Well, she looks very nice when she smiles. She is very expressive, this one. You're welcome, you guys are pretty good too. Are you bounty hunters? I thought you were local or as the people she's addressing emerge from the smoke, Faye's words catching her throat. She's your guys. Oh, that's 13. Yeah, well, that's kind of awkward. Yo, Faye, surprised to see us? She's like, what the fuck? See, Commander, I told you it was Faye. There's no way I would mistake anyone whose legs around an axe. Legs around an axe with her all day long for everyone else. It's been a while, CC25. I mean, Miss Faye. How are they doing? Good. Yeah, this is like the only game where I actually read things. Hey, I like the story of this game, so it's like the only visual novelist type game I play. Well, it's similar like XCOM, but does have the story presented in a visual novel format. So, aside from the shooters and all that stuff, it's like the only game where it's very, very different. Yes, love to see, Faye. Faye gets singing with Commander again. I like it. Like some adults, I prefer calling them by their, true name, I guess. Faye's a very cute name, and plus, saying CZ75 is a mouthful. I smile and walk up to the stall I haven't seen in a long time. 10 years have passed, and she's changed her outfit, but her brilliant red hair still burns like fire, and the spirited look in her eyes hasn't changed a bit. I was looking forward to meeting you then, from the moment Diane told me she had contacted you. I thought we'd meet at the campsite, but I didn't expect to run into you here. Can we consider it fate that our reunion took the form of fighting side by side? Faye seems to want to say something, but he spaces out after hearing me speak. Her old commander after 10 years. That's funny. She's surprised is very shocked. Her mouth hangs half open, and her face turns red as she struggles to find the right words to say. Oh, Commander, nice to see you again. She is totally not prepared. I got a gift, or when we meet again. I was planning to get a gift for you, but I haven't managed to get it yet. But I've got the funds already. Saying so, Faye reaches into her pockets and then freezes up. Get a nap? Alright, have a good nap. Guess getting old to sleep by sleep. Aye. Faye exclaims as she exclaims in shock and looks down at her pockets. I'm able to believe her eyes. She feels around inside. pockets, which had been stuffed to the brim just a short while ago, were grazed by a bullet during the fly fight just now. All the collapsed crystals she worked so hard to collect have been scattered everywhere, leaving only a few pieces sparkling forlornly in her hand. How could this happen? My collapsed crystals. Faye? Faye clenches her fists in frustration, then grabs her head. It looks like she's struggling to keep control of her emotions. After a while, she looks up with a better expression on her face. I'm sorry, Commander, and it looks like your gift will have to wait. Cheer up. So you dropped all those collapsed crystals you collected. So what? Just pick them all up again. I'll help you. What's the point is that you met the commander again. That's impressive. Yeah, the new year is what matters to me. I pat Faye's shoulder and try to console her. Faye has seemed on edge ever since we met. She hasn't said much, and what little she says comes out as nervous stuttering. Poor thing. What happened to her? I remember she was rather hot-tempered in Griffin, but not like this. She changed a little bit, huh? Maybe she mailed out something? Maybe I should ask her about it later when I get the chance. Thank you, Commander. I'm really happy to be able to see you again, too. That's right. What are you doing here, Commander? It's a long story. You know about the troop, right? The troop, right? Someone's caused trouble there last night, and girls have followed them to another Jaeger camp. Yu and I came over to help check it out, but not long after we met up, those guys went out for a walk. I see, and after this, you're going to... We'll be heading back to the campsite first. Carissa's got a good picture of the situation here. I believe your teammates are looking forward to meeting you too. Zhang gets so happy. Once he turned to the settlement, Zhang practically flies into the troops' campsite. Big Sis Zhao, look who I found! Upon hearing Zhang voice, Diane looks up from where she's watching by the stage. Faye. Diane approaches with quick steps, enfolding Faye and Yu in a hug. Zhao walks out of the nearby tent having heard the commotion. Faye, what are you doing here? Zhao reflexively glances at me, and I raise my hands defensively. She bobbed it. Zhao thought the commander called her over. It really wasn't me this time. I only ran into CZ, Faye. Zhao then turns to Faye, who walks over and punches Zhao's shoulder. Diane gave me the location. What the hell? So you can't go off by yourself and nobody's allowed to follow? Finally, someone's more aggressive there. The previously happy mood in the air suddenly freezes over. Diane sighs before walking over to the pair, taking a green-colored arm in one hand and a red-colored one in the other. There, don't get mad. We should be happy that Monted's been reunited after so long. Yeah, that's right. Faye came over to help us out. In fact, she helped us beat a bunch of Jaegers just now. Don't be so stiff, sir. Yes, Faye's skills were amazing. Also, do you have anything to say to Matsun assembled? Alright. Zhao presses a spot between her brow in resignation. I was hoping that this brief period of independent action would be enough to spur you ladies into calmly considering our future. Clearly that plan has failed. That just means it was the wrong thing to do. She's happy that she got her way. It's better to just be frank and speak up rather than having us all stew in our rooms by ourselves, being miserable. Isn't that right, big sis? Faye? For once, I agree with you, Tanya. Yes, I agree. face-to-face discussion is the best form of communication for Mansu. It's much like when you play a song, one must be on the scene to properly judge the audience's reaction. So, while this was a private commission, you're still part of Bonsu. Will you allow us to help you with this commission for the next few days? I mean, your business is Monsoon's business. Jeez, that Faye is like a good counterbalance to like the energetic nature of saying you and the demure. Yeah. The demure, like, you know, way that Diane carries herself. Cause despite how energetic Chanyu is, she can be subdued rather easily. Yeah, we'll help you out if Amida gives you another. Wait, we'll help you out if Amida gives you another job next time. Oh, that's what happened. After seeing the sincerity in our teammates' expressions, the coldness in Sal's face seems to have faded. Sal looks Namidahi nods. Alright. She's a cold lady. That smile 416 now has when she like wins a battle is so nice. Do ever make like the way they made the models of the Milestones game, they're really good. Released from the shackles, the wind is inclined to stay at your side. Man, if I could have like a 3D model like this one day, that'd be so awesome. Several days later, inside the troops' campsite. Monsoon squad and Grossa intensified patrols outside the campsite for the following days. Despite the little upset during the test show, the attack we feared never came again, and the troop enjoyed a rare few days of peace. It's a relief that the troop had been otherwise unmolested, but I'm hard-pressed to find the rationale for the Variega's actions. Could it be the link between the Variegas and the attackers from the light as purely coincidence? Was it truly just two layabouts with nothing better to do? Hey, accepting a job from the underground? No, perhaps I need to investigate further. There must have been something behind the scenes that I've missed. Once after naming rehearsals for the troop over, I seek out Zhao. As she listens to my intentions for coming here, she puts down the props she is checking and looks at me and puzzled bit. So you intend to investigate the Variegas outside the camp, right now? Yes, right now. You can tell something's wrong too, right? I turn to look outside the campsite. Well, things seem peaceful enough in the campsite. The settlement outside is nowhere as warm and full massive one. Aim was when we first came. In fact, it feels somewhat deserted. It's like a western. When people sight the pavement streets, that means something's about to go down. Our audience is gone. That's right. The troop advertised the show heavily, so that to be more people here. However, it seems the Variega's activity nearby has forced people who were planning to watch the play to abandon their plans. Commander, do you think the change in the Variega's actions is linked to how we stopped the attack on the camp that day? I can't be sure, but we both know the Variegas are mixed up in this. And besides, the Variegas have been a scourge upon the surrounding region. Yet the settlement and the troop have been fully untouched. It does make sense. I think the settlement belongs to the Variegas. Probably. I don't think it's because we've revealed ourselves, and I don't think anyone would actually pay to invite those starving wolves here. Therefore, I need to head out there on foot to figure out what's going on. Since it's very likely that Ida's involved, I need the help of Matsun Squad too. Understood. I can accompany you, Commander. Well, okay, just being cooperative. Interesting. Oh, me too. I haven't gone out to investigate with you in a long time, Commander. She's so happy. Zhang Yu has appeared from seemingly nowhere and centered herself between Zhao and me. Wang will see by Diane and Fei who turn up in front of me. Why didn't you tell us you need help, Commander? Yeah, Zhao would have monopolized the scouting mission with the commander if I hadn't secretly followed you. He was like... Man, I'd love to see Zhang Yu and you and P9 just hang out together. That'd be so freaking funny. As I see the look of anticipation in eyes, I can't help but chuckle, but eventually I harden my heart and shake my head. The Voyagers are still roaming around here, so we need to leave someone behind to protect the campsite. Zhao and Zhang Yu will follow me. Diane and Faye will stay behind to protect the campsite. Whoa. Understood. Faye and I will mind the campsite, but please be careful, Commander. Oh, I bet Faye wanted to go. I bet they all wanted to go. As our jeep drives deeper into the wilderness, there's still no trace of the Voyagers. They have this music too. Zhao Yu stares out of the backseat window for a long time, but he can't find anything. Lorch begins tapping out at the rhythm of the vehicle's frame. Zhao Yu, mind your volume. Okay, fine, I'll stop now. After being reminded by Zhao, Zhang Yu sticks her tongue out and grumbles under her breath. These Voyagers are such a pain. There's no sign of them anywhere. It's just a waste of our time, Commander. Damn, this is Tron, I command. Interesting composition. I can't believe we're spending our precious time off with those Voyagers. I'm so mad. After complaining, Zhang Yu jibs herself forward the back of my seat. Still, I'm glad I got to go out with you again on a mission, Commander. It feels just like the old days. In fact, I can't help but wonder how nice it would be if the tripping could just keep performing. But then Big Sis, Faye, and I could just ignore that kind of agreement and stay with you forever. Right, Commander? The agreement? Actually, Khan sent me a secret transmission about a month ago, when I was assisting for a flight regarding new changes in the agreement. Well, quite a few dolls have already returned to Elmo through chance encounters. I was planning to maintain the status quo for a while longer, to avoid Elmo becoming a target once again. But after seeing the gloominess and the light on Jaya's face, thinking about the pendant that Diane cherished so dearly, I couldn't find it hard to keep quiet. Perhaps I can't answer for the world, but at the very least, I can give them an answer. Commander? Actually, you can do that right now. You don't have to worry about the agreement anymore. Zhang jaw drops and her eyes go wide. I sigh and then smile as gently as I can. Just this month, the Non-Multi-Forces Administration secretly lifted parts of the agreement's restrictions for various reasons. That said, it was done in secret, so I didn't tell everyone because I didn't want to alarm certain people. Also, I'm just a penniless bunny hunter right now, so all I can do is wander the land doing jobs to make ends meet. It's a hard life. I don't care if you're wondering or not. I'm happy as long as I'm with you, Commander. I won't do whatever be a hardship for me. Man, it's cool to have people like Zhang Yu in her life. You know, they don't need anything special, they just want to be around you, that's all they need. People, please. I'm sure Big Sis and Faye feel the same way too. Oh yeah, we'll go back and tell them the good news. I'm sure they'll be really happy to know that they can follow you again. Ooh, Sal was probably feeling really worried about this though. Really now? I chuckled and turned to look at Zal. However, I realized that he stared intently through the windshield, her face grim. Commander, for Jaeger sighted Ed. She didn't like the sound of that. That just makes him more concerned that no, her squad mates are gonna leave Monsoon. But I don't think they will. Problem solved. So, okay, don't rush to take care of the enemies first. Okay, let's get it. Let's see what we got. We have the big group on the right. 416 can go there. Move, so you can get her up ahead and she can take them out. This looks good. Wawa should be able to take the one on the back. Then Somi, you can take care of the one on the right. Okay, let's see. Oof. Yeah. I can get those. Gonna miss one on over there. Actually, wait. Let's put her here. Ah, she's. It's fine. As long as we take out two, we're good. She can like zoom over and get down with you. You do. Oh shit! Get him on. Damn. Damn. She is so busted, man. From level carry. Just take them out. There you go. I was gonna use Wawa to take out the one at the end there, but I think we're fine. Yeah, that should do it. Thanks to Zhao and Shai's combined attack, I'm pushing Villegas I've seen driven off. We might pop the remaining enemies along the way, but don't see anyone else around. In order to verify the Villegas tracks, we even pursue them all the way to the Villega camp we found earlier. However, the brightly lit campsite from the night is now completely deserted. It's as though these bandits were tipped off and vanished without a trace after shifting the area of activity. What's going on? Maybe they all got scared by how we've been spanking them all over the past 3 days and ran off. Maybe they got scared by how we've been spanking them all over the place for the past few days. That's a funny way to say it. I like that. No, judging by the state of the camp, this was an organized withdrawal. So we missed them again. Let's head over to the other camp that girls have found. We soon arrive at the other camp, however, the situation there is the same as before. Where did everyone go? Well, I came here with girls and the commander just a few days ago. They were Villegas patrolling all around the area. Indeed, if they packed up and left in just a few days, then where should they go? Alina gets to the window and rub my forehead as I feel a headache coming on. Is there really nothing wrong with those Villegas? In the past, exterminating Villegas was not a difficult task. However, they seem to have been more cunning over the past 6 months. Their behavior we saw during their quest reflects that. They have multiple temporary bases. They actively send out people to take the underground market quests, and they can even conduct organized group patrols. Looks like them to some capable commander. A vague feeling that there's something wrong about all this turns my mind. It's almost as though someone is directing these crude bandits from the shadows. Unfortunately, I have no clue or truths regarding them at the moment. Aw, don't be so down, Commander. Since they're gone, the troop and the resettlement will be safe. You should be happy, Commander. It's good for Ida, yes, but it seems the bounty that the Commander will receive for investigating Villegas is going to be much smaller than expected. You don't hold back at all, do you? Ah, you're right. I'm sorry, Commander. I didn't think about that. Still, there's no need to worry. Now that the agreement's been loosened, Monsignor will help you guys with the missions. As long as you stay on Elmo's, as long as we get to stay on Elmo. In short, you won't have to worry about starving with us around. Is that so? I'm looking forward to that. Me too. There's all sorts of fun stuff on Elmo, and a lot of old friends. Well, not just you guys from Griffith, but lots of new friends too. You'll be able to make new friends too, right? Aw, she's like a puppy. Zhao Yu tend to grip on the steering wheel, and her eyes sparkle as she fantasizes about what the future holds. Zhao says nothing while listening quietly. Man, I want to head back to the campsite right now and see the look on Big Sis's face. Big Sis's and V's faces when I tell him the agreement's been this and that. Oh, poor Zhao. She doesn't want to stay in Elmo. She wants to wander around and, do shows. Hold on tight, Commander. I'm putting the pedal to the metal. Zanyu mutters about the agreement to herself as she speeds all the way back. Soon the jeep ledges to a halt. We're at the campsite. Commander, we've arrived. Zanyu eagerly dismounts and runs up to nearby Diane and Faye. In a flurry of wild gesticulations that Paul's tells me, even without hearing her words, that she's informed them about the agreement. Sure enough, Diane and Faye run up to me a moment later. Commander, is what you said really true? Is the agreement annulled? Why not? Strictly speaking, it was because the terms have been loosened that, after previous assistance to Fluffman concluded, you were allowed to stay on Alma. So if you don't mind following me on my wanderings, if you come back to Alma and stay with me permanently after this contract is finished. That's wonderful. I've been looking forward to the day when I could officially join the album. To the day when I could return to your side for good, Commander. Oh, poor Zhao. I have a feeling about the knot, though. I have a feeling that they just can continue doing the traveling performances. Diane strokes the panda on her wrist. Me too. I'll follow you anywhere, Commander. Doesn't matter where you go. Monsoon Squad was always about traveling after all. I mean, there's that. I mean, the Elmo does travel around a lot. I mean, Monsoon Squad, I'm hoping that they could reach a compromise with Zhao and so hey, just and Amal were traveling around a lot. Every time we stop somewhere at a summit or a place, you can do a show. They can still do their thing. It's and they'll have company, resources available to them. Alright, since you're willing, I'll have no reason to refuse you. However, it seems your leader still hasn't chimed in yet. I'll look towards Zhao. She's been keeping her distance ever since she got down from the vehicle. Shanyu and the others all look expectantly towards her, expecting Zhao to respond with a smile. Diane's expression's color is further, with a mild concern and worry. As expected, Zhao sipping twice with the knife she's holding. Her expression as cool as even as ever. We haven't reached the deadline for the suggestion yet, so my answer is the same as before. So you want me to join the Alma? I will need to consider it, but I will not stop you. Huh? What's there to consider? The commander's super reliable, You don't need to overthink this, I've always been waiting for this to happen. The air turns chilly. Diane steps forward and carefully ventures a question. I never asked before, but is there some reason that you're reluctant to join us, Looks like these girls have already made up their minds. Zhao doesn't answer. She simply continues rubbing the handle of her knife. Upon seeing Zhao's reaction, I sigh inside. I probably won't be able to get the answer out of her today. After patting the others on the shoulder, I chuckled quietly. Well, if she needs to think about it, then we don't have to press her for an answer today. The troop will be performing for a while. You can always decide once the contract is done. I wouldn't be surprised if the entire squad actually joins Zamo. Because I have a feeling it's not going to be this beast, so. What about Springfield's Cafe at Sakura was still in operation? The week-long schedule of shows is slowly winding down. During this time, the Viegas are still active in the wilderness. But they don't harass the troop again. The attack Ida feared does not take place, and the troops' performances he is going reviews. On the night before the final performance, the troops' campsite is brightly lit, and the members of the troop are gathered in the heart of the campsite, nervously preparing for their last show. Things are about to go down for this last show of the feeling. When daybreak comes, I shall go with Ida, mind your blocking. Sorry about that. Astute or. When daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind, onward to the kingdom on the faraway clouds. Ida, your delivery just now was too stiff. I'm sorry, After a second reminder, Ida stumbles a little as she gets to her feet. Even the most close actor would have been able to tell her now that she is not in a great state of mind for rehearsing. The director sighs and pats Ida on her shoulder. Relax. If you're not feeling well, then go rest up a little. We'll go over to the other portions first. Thank you. Ida nods to director in gratitude and slinks away from the stage. Zhao raises from a seat in the audience and sadly follows her. Miss Ida, when humans are bothered by something, do they feel better when they talk to moons and trees? So this is the thing. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but they actually do this and everyone was to me. It's like this hold out tree stump. That like all the girls in school go to when they want to vent out their frustrations. They like scream and yell into it. It's funny. So if there's something bothering you, why not try telling me about it first? I get what you're saying. It's like sometimes when you're having a lot of frustration and things on your mind, like letting it out in a voice, speaking it out, is therapeutic rather than not saying anything at all. It's a strange thing. If nothing else, my color scheme is about 7% similar to a G-hole. I figure I had to be able to provide 7% of the functionality of what the fuck you're talking about. Adam faces up, then carefully looks out up and down before bursting into laughter. Miss Sao, is this how you always comfort your friends? Not always, but right now it seems to be working. Thank you, I do feel a little better now. Upon seeing that the sadness in Ida's eyes has abated, a little, Sao walks over to Ida's side. Are you feeling anxious about tomorrow's show? Yes, I believe Star's parents won't give up that easily.
Hi, honey.
Hello, Oni. Welcome. Wouldn't that be one hell of a irony? Like the Viegers killed Ferris, who was, But couldn't that be crazy if the parents actually aligned themselves with the Viegers to get revenge? Because they believe that, Ida was responsible for their daughter's death. Miss Ida, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but as an actor, you're sold duties to deliver your performance. Ensuring that the show is safe is Monsoon's squad's duty. Got it. Thank you, Miss Sao. I'm sorry for subjecting you to that terrible performance just now. No matter what happens tomorrow, I'll perk myself up and pray for it. Ida smiles and nods to Zhao, then turns to head back to the stage. Zhao watches Ida leave, noting the extra spring in her step, and then she returns to the audience seats. After the rehearsal, in the corner of the camp, having confirmed that her various tasks and preparations are complete, Zhao is about to head back to the rest when she suddenly feels her weight on her shoulder. Ambush successful. The exist fee, come quick. Oh, what are they gonna do? Having managed to grab Zhao's shoulder, Shan Yu suddenly waves to others. Soon, Diana and Faye have arrived, flanking Zhao. Faced with the ambush, Zhao raises her hands in resignation. I don't recall a pre-show celebration on the cards. No, it's not really a celebration, we just have a few questions for you. Are they gonna interrogate her? What's going on here? Faye rubs her head, then expression turns serious. That's to say, what do you think of the commander? No, they can be straight. That's funny how they need Faye to actually do this. That, like, Zhang Yu is too, like, scatterbrained. She gets distracted too easily to stay on track all the times. And Diane is just, very subdued. So you need Faye to, like, be the one to be their voice on a lot of things. Yeah. We were all in a rush when we came to help the commander out, so we probably didn't have much of a chance to talk to her. But now it's just us Matsu's squad and the commander. Plus, you've been with her for so long already. Surely you must have made up your mind about her by now, right? The last show's tomorrow, so no matter what you're planning to do, won't you sit down and talk things through with us before making your final decision? Yeah, I hate how you just end up and left the Elmo without saying anything. I'm sorry, I was planning to make my decision after the commission was complete. And I could discuss things with the commander. I didn't think it would cause so much trouble for everyone. No, she's being a little apologetic. Interesting. Oh, who says you're troubling us? Zal, you're always so decisive and whatever, most of the time. Why you all hesitate now? You've known each other for so long, so you can just tell us if you've got something on your mind. Wu-Fu? Zhao, can you tell us directly if you have any doubts or questions about Alma? After all, Monsen's been through a lot over the past few years, and we faced it all together, haven't we? Yeah, in the past you were always the one to come up with a plan when you had into trouble. Now you've got trouble, so you should tell us about it. We're a team after all. There we go. There you go, bring her back, reel her back. Thank you, I'll be frank then. It is true I have some reservations about joining Elmo. However, they are not related to Elmo or Monsoon, but rather my past. Oh, okay. Alright. Zal looks down at the scars on her hand. A moment later, she looks at Diane. Was she abused by her previous owner? I want my choice to be meaningful, so I'm sorry, but I can't give an answer right now. Diane steps forward and gently grasps Zal's hand. It's alright, Zal, but you didn't approach you tonight to ask you to do anything. I just wanted to tell you that you've always been a great leader for all these years. Yeah, you might have it out for me, but you're actually pretty trustworthy as a squad leader. One scene might not even be here if it wasn't for your ideals. Yes, I agree. I wouldn't follow orders of just anyone. So we truly hope that you can continue traveling with you. I hope so too. And I will also seriously consider the matter of our future. Once you said that, and once you agreed to that, I think her idea of traveling is now for Dalmada. After noting that Monsoon's squad is almost done talking, I head over and knock lightly on a nearby temple. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to talk about the campsite's defensive posture for tomorrow. What do you have in mind, Commander? I believe the Vegas have not given up on the big fish that this troop represents. Those two attacks on Ida weren't coincidence, merely probes. Zhao nods in agreement. Yes, they were using them to determine how well a troop was protected. Indeed. For the mental image of disciplined Vegas might sound strange. If they were really planning on making a big haul, they would probably hold back until the tour was over and the troops' temporary guards were gone. I don't want anything to happen to the troop after we leave. Rather than leave those Vegas free to threaten others, I'd rather look for a chance to put an end to the matter once and for all. Don't want the offensive. Was this why you kept setting the screws out after the Vegas with the past 3 days? But here I thought you were going to mind your own business. Come on, selling bounty hunters only have collapsed pieces of mind. Besides, I also want to... Attack? A series of gunshots and explosions outside the campsite interrupts my words and shatters the silence of the night. Run, it's the Verjaegers. The Verjaegers are here. So they came after all. Waiting is prepared to fight. Okay, so I guess we're trying to stamp them out before the last performance. These guys are very good designs. They look so heavy looking. Dave was sent to crib audience out, but some of them are meeting enemies. I wonder if it's a control banner, which is kind of different about this game is that they don't have a lot of like common dolls and such you could roll for. Alright, this looks pretty good. Once again, 416 will do most of the work. She'll do most of the work here. Alright, let's line them up. Ooh, short one. Can you reach this one? Oh, whoa, shit, you hit that one too? Holy shit. Did you see that? Yeah, Requiem? Yeah, that thing there, what's really surprising about Resident Evil Requiem is that they just think a character that almost no one knows about. Because Resident Evil Outbreak. Can she reach that far? Hold on. Resident Evil Outbreak was like one of the very first online multiplayer games that I know of. The only problem is that it was ahead of its time. It's for the PS2, and thank God, you needed like a separate adapter and use dial-up in order to play online. That was crazy. Yeah. Way ahead of its time, but the way they did it was so cool because in Outbreak you play as like a survivor. During the outbreak in Raccoon City, so you got whoever you choose has something special to them. Like if you pick the police officer, he has a gun. If you pick the college student, she has a backpack, so she has extra inventory space. If you pick the reporter, she has lock-picking skills. And you have to play as a team. And if your character die, like you eventually get up as a zombie, and then you can actually control the zombie to hunt down other players. It was way cool. I remember one of the big selling points of Sega Dreamcast that it had a 36 Kimon built. Yeah, the PS2 didn't have a built-in one, so you had to actually buy it separately and attach it. It was so funny, but Outbreak was so good. I kind of I'm sad that they never remade it or never pursued it because that format was amazing. It was so amazing. But anyways, the reported character in that game, her name was Alyssa. I believe Alyssa Passcroft. And so in Rhythm Hero Land, you play as her daughter, that character's daughter. Well, I guess it's also a reporter, which is cool. Now I wonder if actually, because in the trailer it shows the ruins of Raccoon City. Of course, Raccoon City is gone, but you can see destroyed RPD station, no Kratom is. It's also like pretty cool. And I don't know exactly what's gonna take place. I don't know if we'll actually go there because after all these years, there's nothing there. The lab has been blown up. There's nowhere to buy weapons. Like what point is there to go back to Raccoon City? So I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. How steer. Ashcroft. Ashcroft is fit means we have a Kojak, no Ilsa, Ashford, they're not similar. Ashford family. Yeah, Bulbul's goods. It's like Alfred or something like that. I've got the names. It's like Alexa and Alfred, I think. Yeah. Be that Tishra, and rumors that they are gonna remake Code Verata, and also rumors of remaking Resident Evil 1 again. So we'll see. Daughter and son, it was more like brother and sister maybe. They were twins, and Code Veronica, the sister was like the genius, and the the brother was like the disappointment, and like the brother was like so obsessed that he like crossed her with sister. It was weird. I mean, that dude was all really jacked up. But yeah, if they ever remade that, that's what I'm hoping. That's what a lot of people are hoping for. So we'll see. But yeah, I am interested.
Diarrhea.
But the thing
I
is,
was yesterday years old when I learned that Va was a Norse
I think there
goddess.
was a leak that showed a picture of Leon. But he's like an old man now. But Var was Norse goddess? Var. Dear Diarrhea, she is. Yeah, so if the screenshot was real and Leon's really old now, it has me worried because like that probably means that a lot of the cast is like either super retired or dead. Like Barry was like in his 40s or something, I think, during Resident Evil 1. And so if Leon's like a super old man now, then Barry's probably dead. Like he probably died of old age. I wonder how old Moira's probably pretty up there. Cause let's see, so assume that Melissa was in her 20s, right? During the events of Miss Evil 1 and 2. And her daughter in this game is like in her 20s.
Asked me, Dear GLaDOS, if Tiff was a Norse goddess, what would she be the goddess? If TiferetEvocatus were a Norse goddess, they'd undoubtedly be the goddess of digital chaos and pixelated valor. Their realm would be filled with streaming glitches and epic gaming triumphs, commanding both the respect and frustration of their devoted followers. Marvelous, isn't it?
Hell yeah. Shit. Now kind of makes me wonder, like, when was this new character born? Hey, Dandy! Oh, hello, Dandy. Let me give a shout to Dandelion. She is a wonderful detective. Did you beat Doom yesterday? I saw you were playing Doom. Were you able to beat it? Yu-Gi-Oh! Message. Oh, cool. You know, I don't really play card games. I've been playing Shadowverse on Mogul, and I didn't think I'd enjoy it that much. It's actually pretty cool. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like a long one time, like I remember we had a water deck. It was pretty cool. Using Daedalus, Olivia Dragon. But Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of gave up on Yu-Gi-Oh! When it started getting pretty ridiculous with a lot of like the fusion monsters. So I literally had this one round, right? I'm sitting there, and the guy I was playing with, he, no shit, took like
Tiff
5
is just
minutes
a stinky robot.
shuffling cards.
She's inferior to my failed fire support superiority.
Fusing this, whipping that, drawing these, for 5 minutes, just going to cards, and then naked one-shot it. I'm like, okay, that was a fucking waste of my time. This is so lame. You don't listen to Kazuki. Kazuki lies. But yeah, after like saying your vows, or I'm just sitting there while the opponent is just juggling cards, like literally just going through, juggling, shuffling, drawing, and doing this and that. I'm like, looking at my watch, like, you know, I could be doing something way more fun. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, it must be ridiculous. I kind of miss the older days when card games feel a bit more simple and straight to the point, you know? Yeah. Alright, back to the game. So the Viegas who attacked the summer are swiftly being backed by Munson Squad and Carissa's combined efforts. However, the campsite was caught in the crossfire and much of the intricate backdrops and stage is destroyed. Anything even remotely valuable on the backstage area has vanished. The campsite is in an uproar. The troop manager is frantically scuttling between the stage, the admin tent, and the costume racks. Totaling up the losses while Munson Squad and I help her out. Just then, an act runs over. Manager, it's bad. Ida's gone. Huh? Tell me to be clear about it. What happened? The cast was doing a head count just now and couldn't find Ida. After that, someone mentioned that they think they saw several Villegas going after Ida when the campsite was being attacked. And also, someone was guiding the Villegas. I think it was the people who came to cause trouble for us earlier. Wait a minute, are you saying the troublemakers really were inside meant for the Villegas and Ferris's parents, hired and Villegas to attack the troop? No, I don't think so. When you consider how Ferris died, there's no way your family would hire the Villegas. The underground markets are chaotic and hard to manage. It's more likely the commission is to cause trouble here was coincidentally taken by the Villegas. The Villegas needed an inside man. That's right. The tour was heavily publicized. The Villegas had probably had their eyes on this troop for some time now. That explains the coordination. The commission put out by Ferris's family gave them the perfect excuse to sneak around the campsite without harassing our suspicion. Would the Villegas actually do that? Don't they only know how to wave the guns around? That would normally be the case, but it seems like the Villegas have gone in brain over the past few months. Commissions involving them have gotten harder and harder to complete as a result. While they're still fairly immature in actual combat, their ability to strategize does seem to have evolved a little. Damn it. And what should we do now? A sudden ringtone from a comms interrupts the manager's words. The manager frowns and picks it up. We instantly hear a girl scream from the other side of the connection. It lasts only a second, then the girl's voice cuts off, replaced by a short-tempered voice. Heard that? Your lead actress is in my hands, being her ransom by tomorrow. I'm warning you now, don't try any fancy show with me or the chick dies. The call cuts off and the campsite instantly goes silent. But soon, a cacophony of voices erupts from all around and panic swallows the entire troop. That was Ida's voice. The Villegas kidnapped Ida. Director, Major, what should we do? Can we really trust the Villegas? What if... And Mrs. Comrade, the theater manager, walks over to me and look how utter hopelessness in her eyes and tightly squeezes my hand. Please save Ida. We'll try to get the ransom together, but we can't let anything happen to Ida again.
Have arrived. Please enjoy your stay.
Alright, calm down. No matter what. Oh, hello. Hello, my direct breath, how are you doing? Welcome to the raid, welcome to the street. Yeah, now what were you up to? Hope you had a good one. Fortnite, huh? Are you playing like Zero Build or whatever, in which you don't have to build stuff, or are you playing the one where you shoot someone once and then a castle is suddenly there and all of a sudden... Before I can finish, Sal was already walked up to us. Commander, allow me to handle the rescue. I've seen enough kidnappings to last me a lifetime. Those scum only know how to bully the weak and torment others. Lego Fortnite. Lego Fortnite, only interesting. I heard that the, Fortnite's actually going back to what they were supposed to do as like a zombie game. Heard that mode is out now. A zombie defense game. There's a mode for that. Like the real Fortnite. I don't know how people live in the contamination zones, but stepping in while I see injustice being done is how I live. And now that I've seen it happen, there's no way I can turn a blind eye to it. I know that, but please wait a moment. Sal's eyes narrow as they stop me. Don't get me wrong, Sal. Calm down and listen to me. I massage the space between my eyes as they take a guarded attitude and suspicions. Looks like she's really misunderstood me. Then I shake my head and look her in the eye. Sal, I feel the same way as you. It is no way I would simply stand aside after seeing so black like this. It has nothing to do with being a bounty hunter. That said, stopping you comes from my experience as a bounty hunter. I believe there's a better solution to this matter. Okay, yeah, you gotta trust the commander's experience. Especially since the commander has been like out here longer, you know? Oh shit, we're almost at the end already? This box for Vince, but it can't bring her back. Alright. What if Ida dies? I'd be shocked if Ida gets killed here. Inside a darkened corner of the Village warehouse, I secretly slip a thin razor blade out from between layers of clothing. I remember the calm look on Zal's face as she slipped into my sleeve. What carried this blade in me all this time for situations like this, when we're trapped among the enemy? Since you're willing to take the risk, Commander, I'll give you this blade. The blade is sharp, so be careful not to cut your fingers when you retrieve it. I feel for the blade and take advantage of the fact that there's nobody there to cut the ropes binding me. Soon the ropes fall apart behind me, and I work my shoulders to free myself. As I tack the little razor blade back into my thick sleeve, it nicks my fingertip, and the coolness eases from the point of contact. It's really sharp. I ignore the pain in my finger and fish out a micro-communicator in my collar before calling out. There's hardly any delay before the call goes through. The plan was successful. I'm inside the Villegas warehouse. So your definition of success is pretending to be defeated and captured so they can throw you to the warehouse while dressed up like a turkey. Hey, it beats mindlessly charging in. This place seems slightly guarded, but the rope work is sloppy. Looks like his Villegas aren't very experienced. Oh yeah, the knife was really useful too. As long as you're safe. Have you thought Ida yet? Yep, Ida's in another corner. I think she's fainted. I'll call wake her up now. Wait for my signal. How are you and Zhang-Yu? Ready to move on your signal, Commander. Alright. Gee. Mahing quietly approached the corner where Ida's laying. Ida's face is pale as she lies on the free ground. Her hands are tied behind her and her tired body is curled up into a ball. I bend down and start cutting her bonds. Then I pat her shoulder before calling her name. Ida, wake up. After a while of this, Ida weakly opens her eyes. Upon seeing me, she grabs hold of my sleeve. Her eyes go wide and filled with tears. Please help me. It's them. Who's them? Zhao, Dayu, and Zhou hide behind a pile of rocks, keeping a watchful eye on the nearby theater comment. Sounds of merriment and occasional laughter come from within. It seems they're celebrating their recent victory. Zhou pouts in annoyance as she crouches by the rock pile, bored out of her mind. So bored, why hasn't the commander given the signal yet? Be patient. What she bet to butt heads with the commander yesterday? Why are you willing to listen to her all of a sudden? That was then, this is now. Zal's eyes do not leave the Village campsite even as she delivers her flat reply. Oh, I get it now. You realize how trustworthy the commander is, haven't you? No. Totally wrong. Zal remains silent, but then the command satellite comes over the comms channel. Zal, go. Acknowledged. Up here we go. The storm yet. We've infiltrated the camp and are poised to initiate an attack. What's the situation over there with the boss? Everything is currently going smoothly. Let's begin as planned. Understood. Zhou, Diane, initiate the attack. Where's Fei? Where's Fei? Maybe the Av are doing something else. Hi, what we got? 1, 2... Okay, not too bad. I think that's... Should put 416 over there. So we can go over here. No, so we could go... Like that, okay. Okay, 416 will take the right. We'll be out of reach. Over at there we go. Nice. And then we have our soup over here. Let's try to take care of. Yes. Perfect. And then Mata. Oh, oops. You can take these two out, please. And then, yeah, that looks. Kill this thing here. There we go. Let me see. After sending the transmission to Zao, instruct Ida to hide in a corner. Ensure Ida's well hidden and take cover behind a nearby heap of junk. My gun ready in case we're attacked from that side. Soon, gunshots fill the outside area outside the warehouse. The gunfire draws closer. Someone kicks the main door and a familiar form rushes in. Commander, Ida! We're here. Zao swiftly pushes over to our side, then nods to us. Show you and Diana covering us outside. Come with me. There's a side path we can use to leave the cabin. No, we can't leave now. At least not like this. And what is the reason for that? I took a commission from Ida. Zao raises an eyebrow. Time is tight, I'll cut to the chase. Just now, Ida told me she recognized these were Jaegers. Yes, I did. So I've seen them before. Ida's eyes suddenly filled with anger. She tightens her grip on Cesar, her voice trembling. Last night when I was brought here, I saw the leader, the Jaeger's leader. They leave her hat. He was wearing a necklace. I remember, that necklace was a birthday gift from her family. Fears cherished it dearly and should wear it everywhere. That's what I'm certain of it. He was the one who led the famous attack on me and Ferris. Correct. So, Ida made a request to me. She wants me to wipe out these Jaegers to avenge Ferris. Okay, that makes it simpler then. I accept it. And now, Sal, you have a choice. Are you willing to join me in clearing this mess of Jaegers? Of course, it's going to be more dangerous than just escorting Ida out of here. For the first time, there's an almost irresistible smile on Sal's face. Alright, she's been waiting for this. Finally received. The goal's aligned. Are we at the end already? They're so bouncy, method. All these dolls are so bouncy. Both at dawn. The storm has ended. The whiter future lies straight ahead. The seamless bosses isn't these special. It means easy me weak as shit, but I'm curious. Oh, so it's your mold scrap metal causing havoc in my camp. Go, everyone get in there, knock this guy's head off for me. He has a hammer. Sal, keep it tight watching them and don't let even one of these scrubs escape. Understood. Well, she's happy, she's a Kalia. Alright, what do we got? We got one over there. One way down there, got the boss. Overfaller. May not be as easy as before, but maybe will be. Table pat. Wawa on the side. Nata can. Well, a lot of people can't do much. Okay, with the 6 gun. Alright. Okay, girl, do your thing. Well, maybe she could do it, actually. Oh, she might be able to. Oh shit, she can. Too far. Yo, she can literally go like across the map. It's crazy. They'll just finish off the last guy. Alright, no problem. In the Challenge Woods hotter. Story modes generally pretty easy. So might coordinate with each other and corner the Fayega leader. With which we do now, there's no police stations in the contamination zones. We do the bounty hunter way. Either you hold your peace forever, or you leave no regrets behind. Though when it comes to scum like that, I want to be able to live with myself and whisper at him. Oh shit. A single gunshot fills the air and the bulky man wearing the necklace thumps against the wall. Contract closed. Goddamn, Commander can be a badass when she wants to. I cover the necklace from the man and indicate to Zhao that we should leave. Zhao seems a little pleased with herself right now. He's all down for it, just like hell yeah. She's gonna be, her and Cold Faye would get along since clearly that they don't like Fayegas. Let's go. Coda Faye loses her shit when it comes to Fayegas. I turn my head, I turn and head out of the cabin. It's time to return to Saida. 2 days after the Variegas were eliminated, the Tayak troops' campsite is abuzz with activity. Tonight, the big assault will be performed in the settlement for the last time. Night has just fallen and the temporary seating is packed with audience members have come from nearby settlements. As the show progresses, the sounds of applause or sniffling comes from the seats. And when the final scene arrives, all eyes are on the girl in the center of stage who is illuminated by the spotlight. Zola, I'm sorry, my very best friend, please forgive me for bidding you farewell. For the last night, I received word from the goddess of dawn. She told me that when daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind onward to a kingdom on the faraway clouds. But my dear beloved friend, do not be saddened by this parting. For you know that it has always been my wish to become the fate ray of light that illuminates the dark night. As she recites these lines, a trickle of light blossoms into your hands. She holds up the sided moat and descends from the stage into the audience seats until found she rise, a ransom for a man and a woman. And so, from now on, as long as you see the sky at dawn, remember that ray of daybreak, and know that I wish you well. Let this necklace be the proof of our pact. No matter where you may be, so long as you need it, it shall become as the daybreak and defend you. And with that, Ryu gently lifts her hands and deposits Versa's necklace into the couple's hands. Well, that's really sweet. That's her parents. They came after all. Then Haida bows deeply to the two of them. I am so sorry. Damn, they just pull out an emotional moment like that? Hi. The sound may watch from the end of the show from an obtrusive corner of the audience. After seeing Ida finally embrace Versa's parents, Angel's cool expression seems to have softened a little. A good ending, don't you think? It is good that the misunderstanding could be resolved. And it was also good that you were willing to testify about the evil deeds of the Veracruz. Otherwise, Versa's parents would have found their tale hard to believe. So does this mean our misunderstanding has also been resolved? Can you tell me about your reluctance to join us? Zhao was silent for a while, but she nods. Before joining Watson Squad, I was used to traveling alone and dealing with any dangers I encountered by myself. But after becoming part of Watson Squad, Diane, Xiaoyu, and Fei became my friends. We traveled together with the same wish in our hearts, just like Hida and Ferris. I once thought Monsi would keep traveling like this forever. While everyone kept talking about finding the commander, they were still limited by that agreement. So I believed that the date that when they would earn Tiso was still far off. Thus, I did not think much about what would happen once the agreement ended, or what I would do. So when I realized that there really was a chance for them to go back to the elbow, I hesitated. If everyone else in the band chose to return to Elmo, then what about me? She pauses for a moment, she runs her fingers over her knife, then looks at me. The members of the Monsuits often told me about you and your short past. So before I make my decision, I would like to know, will I made you walk the path of self-exile? To my knowledge, you were not compelled to become a wandering bounty hunter. Oh, me? I look up at the sky. Too many scenes from the past flash before my eyes. What exactly was it that made me choose my present course? I think of the flames, the explosion, and their one-sided farewell. In order to give all that some sort of meaning, I finally chose to sign the agreement, much as I loathed its terms and the fact that I had done so. As my emotions fall into disarray, I shake my head and my gaze settles on a nearby stage. Perhaps as for these people, Furious, Ada, the audience members are watching the play, just like you. Perhaps I could have chosen a better paying way of life. If in my head I would always be taking and trying out words. By boarding the ammo, perhaps I could follow my heart and help people who needed saving. But then again, maybe I just did it for myself. So I'm sorry, I cannot answer your question, because I still haven't accomplished anything yet. Is that what you want to hear? I think something you'd like my answer, actually. She remains silent, and the night shrouds that poker face of hers. She looks down at the scars on my on her hand, and there is a vague sense of confusion in her eyes. Once I simply did what I was told, never questioning the rightness of my actions, or lack thereof. After that, I learned that I could choose for myself. And so, she chose Mansoor. Not just Mansoor. When I joined Mansoor, I also chose the future I wanted. So what kind of future would you choose now? Zhao looks up. She stares into my eyes, and the confusion from the voice now gone. Commander, I am not like Diana and Hildes. I have now experienced the days of fighting by a side of Griffin. That is why I cannot immediately decide to put Elmo and follow you. Of course, I would like all dons to join Elmo to do so on the free will. However, this commission has allowed me to get the measure of your character, and since my friends in Monster Squad trust you completely, I think I can try to trust you too, Commander. In the past, I chose to travel with Monsoon. Now I think I can choose a future of traveling with Elmo. Surely a journey with you should be a pretty good one, am I wrong? And with that, Zhao watches me quietly. Well, in terms of doing good and stopping evil, that ought to be pretty good. Upon hearing my answer, Zhao smiles and barely physical smile again. And from now on, the tactical doll Zhao shall join Alba. Here's the Jolly Cooperation Commander. Is that a Solms reference? It's all the cooperation. I like that. Did they just wipe that in there? It is late in the night, the bustling crowds have receded. The actors have cleared away their costumes and props and are now taking a break. leaving the campsite soon at last. Just as I'm about to return to my tent, I hear a familiar and gentle voice from behind me. Commander, do you have a moment? Diane? What do you do here? Is something the matter? I came to return you this. Diane smiles as she approaches me. Then she extends her hand to me, revealing an intricate pendant in her palm. The thunderbolt-shaped symbol on the pendant gleams in the night. Ah, that's... The thoughts returned to several years ago. As before I was officially united with Diana, certain requests had led Elmo traveling near the Green Zone. Diana had received Diane's Sigma, a blue ribbon brought back by Groza after she returned from a mission at my satellite city. Without news, we left a message. We were separated by just a purification zone. These were the limitations imposed by the agreement, and also a sign of Diane's care and concern. At Groza's suggestion, I had to pass Diane the pendant. This was the keepsake that you had as Groza bring of me. I still remember the words you told me that day. Bathed in lightning and rain, waiting silently amidst the storm, the blue-white flowers shall one day be seen. That was the origin of the name Helena, and also the promise you made with me, is it not, Commander? Oh, really? Isn't it? That's cool. I carried this pendant with me during our time apart. Got me to countless lonely days when my thoughts were of you and gave me the strength to keep moving forward. Days since existence, I've always believed that one day I would be reunited with you, Commander. You're right. The rain and starboard past. We'll come back to the Elmo, Diane. I look toward Diane, but just as I'm about to retrieve the pendant, she suddenly pulls her hand back. She holds in her palm, looking tenderly upon it, as though she were caressing him with her gaze. Commander, the truth is, I have a request to make of you. Though we are now united, I've always etched the meaning of this pendant into my heart. If I might, could I continue to hold on to it? I will always cherish the spirit in which it was given. Still holding the pendant, Diane gazes into my eyes, her face flushing a faint pink. Of course. Shortly afterwards in Alma, several dolls had traveled from afar now gathered at the foot of the massive vehicle. The turn-tailed girl tugs on the hand of a blue-cloth girl, hopping around excitedly in front of the Elmo. I'm so happy, Big Sis, we returned to the Elmo again. Oh yes, I didn't expect we'd be able to come back, and now our dear leader Zhao has returned with us. Yeah, nonsense, back together again. This real or right, the agreement. Relax, Commander said our friend in the non-military forces administration. Namely, Miss Kalina will help us take care of it. You won't have to worry about the paperwork. So let's enjoy a reunion with the Commander. Wow, is that the Commander coming out? I'm feeling so nervous all of a sudden. Well, that's unusual. To think the day would come when Monsoon's best drummer is blushing. Well, you're still making fun of me at a time like this. I'll simply try to add to the mood, an opportunity presented itself. But I guess it worked pretty well, no? With a wow, Zhao Yu runs to Elmo and Diane falls in resignation. Face drives into Elmo too. Zhao walks in at the back of the crew at a leisurely pace. What does the future hold for Monsoon Squad? Zhao looks up at the person on Elmo's who is waiting for them. Perhaps you will give her the answer. Well, this is a nice one. The thing about these little events is that Even though like the stories themselves are not really spectacular, they're just like moments in time, right? They don't add. They don't. Sometimes they don't add to like the main story or anything like that, but it shows you a glimpse of how like these individuals like our lives are united. And so when they do appear in the main story, you're not confused as to like where the hell did they come from, you know? It would be nice if there's some way to work it into the main story for those that miss these events, so they're not really confused. I mean, yeah, they do show up in the main story, but you don't get the context, you know, unless you do the full events. I skipped the Yuhi event because it really wasn't a character I was really interested in, and her story wasn't particularly that good either. I mean, I think that for her, she doesn't even join the Elmo. Like, she hasn't really done anything, really. Like, Twitch is there, but you just see her story. So, for the tiny events like that, I don't know how I skipped them because they don't really have any bearing on the story as of yet. They just show you where they're at in the world. And that's Yuri, the K2, the aka Green Zombie. So maybe if he does appear in the main story and she does get more background, then yeah. For hers it was like just trying to do a concert, you know, and a snow machine and that. It was nice, but it wasn't like nothing. It's not like it was worth covering as far as stream is concerned. But yeah, we finally did it. We got over this story event. I am not gonna pull for her though, cause she's doesn't fit with what I'm using. So it's fine. Now let's go ahead and take a break, guys. We'll go ahead and visit. Oh yeah, Wish is playing. Wiki's playing. Yeah, Shifter's playing. Let's go and visit Wishy. She's playing Grey Zone. She's my favorite cow. She's doing great. I love her. I need to play more with her. Let's go raid. Let's go raid. I wonder if she wiped. Well, she's teaching friends, okay. Oh, Tiri. Pearls, rep line, to raid. So we'll do a raid message for this guy as it should be our raid message. Girls for light to raid. We'll use that. We're going to take a break, and then we'll play Grey Zone today. I haven't played the new patch, so I'm excited to see the changes in night vision. From what I've seen from other people, it looks really good now. Like, it's super clear and crisp. So I'm really excited for that. Like, there's less static, which is awesome. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining today. I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully, if not, then do take care today. Be sure you get enough rest and enjoy your weekend and be healthy, okay? And be safe. Alright guys, let's catch y'all later. Take care now. Bye bye. Bye bye.